Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're going to be doing some more Arena Cube on the client. So Cube is kind of a curated draft set for those of you who are new. It's a lot more powerful and has pretty much a selection of cards across the full Arena set of cards. So some older cards, newer cards, historic cards, standard cards, alchemy cards, kind of all mixed in. It's been a very fun format. I've played two so far, got 7 wins both times. Went the first time with Is It kind of tempo, the second time with black-white mid-range. So we'll see what we get. Try to play the most fun deck and kind of go from there. You'll see some ratings. That's thanks to Draftsmith, which is part of Untapped GG. So you see how it's got corresponding ratings on the quality of cards. So I'll quickly go over some of the cards. Shark Typhoon, blue-based controls, very powerful in this format. Lightning Bolt, if we want to go aggressive. Stuff like a Banishing Light's also quite powerful. Usually want to keep single color. I think I'm going to go with the Shark Typhoon. Red's usually pretty contested. Nah, you know what? Let's go Lightning Bolt. Let's see if we could draft the mono red deck. Okay, so Goblin Dark Dwellers is very good. Lets you flashback spells. Keeps us in mono red without committing to anything else. Boros, if we want to go Maul or the Conqueror's Death, is very good. I think I'm going to go Dark Dwellers here. Lets us flashback the Bolt. Royal Eruptions, very good. 3 to 5 based damage removal. We can also go with a mill plan. Lands are also there, Oracle or Escape the Wilds is card advantage. But let's just stay red for now. So a Braid's good, just more removal. Aether Spear Harvester, just a good vehicle. Or we can go for the green land, but we don't know what our splash is yet. So let's grab the Abrade. Probably want some card advantage if possible. Let's do it this way. I like the way it shows our curve better. So let me know what cards you've been enjoying most from the Cube if you have been playing. If you're new to Cube, the best way to kind of learn, obviously there's a lot of cards if you're new to Arena or just Magic in general. Something like the Untapped plugin is just free to use to some extent. Will be in the video description down below. But just kind of watching videos like this, watching other streamers, content creators, generally gives you an idea of what to go strategy-wise. Usually you want to focus removal, card advantage helps, control's pretty powerful, but there's some low-to-the-ground aggro decks. It's kind of like aggro control, big mana, but I won with a black-white, seemed very much like a Blood on the Snow style deck, without Blood on the Snow. But just kind of sticking to an archetype you like. There's a lot of viable options that you can play. I generally like red-based aggressive slanted decks. So depending what we splash here. Devil's Play, wow. Okay, this card is ridiculous. This won me so many games. In the Is It one? Siege Gang Commander and the Den are also very good, but we hope one of those will. This just being flexible as a win condition. 2 removal spells if we need, so we're pretty heavy on burn right now. Nice thing is all these can go face, but also be used as removal. Notably, the Dark Dweller can flashback all these. Wouldn't want to flashback the Devil's Play, obviously, because it'd just be for X equals 0. See if there's anyone we know. Pepperidge Farm remembers. There's always one person at the table. Unholy Heat's very good here, just more burn. I think we just keep taking the removal. We need some threats. Right now we only have 1, so we might want to move into another color. But if I can keep just heavy mono red for pack 1 and then move into another color pack 2, we're killing a lot of things. Just the nice thing too, like I was saying, usually the downside with a Braid and Unholy Heat, if you run into a control matchup, they might not have creatures, so these are kind of dead cards. But there are a lot of artifacts in the format that you can hit as well. A couple cards here we want to look at. So Lightning Strike goes face. Sarkin could be good. Just a Planeswalker. X, where X is the total amount of creatures you control. We can get the black. I don't generally like Magda. I think I'm just going to take Lightning Strike. I like keeping my curve low. Oh, okay, this one's a good pack. I'm taking Stormseeker. Burn Down the House would be another consideration. Both removal and then also kind of in a pinch you can get the creatures, but Stormseeker is very powerful. Okay, so we wield the Chandra, which is great.
Anyone need a match?
Chandra notably can flash back all our spells. Sorry, I'm just gonna let my dog in. Come on. Okay, so in this pack here, we saw some green lands come around, but I think I'm going to take the Maul. The Maul is the best card of this pack. Just giving evasion to a bunch of cards. Here, I'm going to take the Sulfur Falls in case we get into blue. So here, this is where we're just kind of keeping ourselves open. If we're able to find blue cards, we can go blue. If not, we can go Boros. We could stick to mono red, and it's really just about reading what's coming around. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot of Izzet going around. Both those lines are pretty high picks. I'd say like the shock lands are the premier. So just take Harvester. Or do I want Illumination? This crew's for 1, and it's an evasive body. I think we just take the Harvester. Oh, that's a top end threat. So we might still just be on mono red. We don't really have big things, so I'll take the Ephemerate. Oh, Sarkin wield too?
We begin.
Ho, 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 ho. Okay, so we got Frenzy and we got Soulscar Mage. Both are very good. Our curve's a little high. I think I'd rather Soulscar. Gives us a nice threat on 1 that we could put pressure. So there's Captivating Crew. I don't like Jaya's because it requires you to have a legendary. This pack's pretty bad. This can just let us steal creatures, so maybe. With white, I don't see too much. There's no dual lines we'd be interested in. I think we just take the Captivating Crew here. Okay, so Big Chandra is great. I think we just take Big Chandra. Play with Fire is another consideration. Okay, let's get these out of the way for now. Okay, a couple options here. There's the Shield Breaker. There's the Council, Sovereign, Flagship, yada yada. There's the Ramp. Both these are good. I think we're going to take the Embreth. Nah, we're gonna take the Skyship. Oh, Embercleave and Toralf. What's our creature count at? 5. I don't think we're an Embercleave deck, but Toralf just gets us copies of Lightning Bolt. Annex is the pick here. Okay, so red's really open. This also means that we don't really succumb to mana base issues. The fact that Den already went around, I'd like to get a creature land. Oh my. Pick 7 Glorybringer. Okay, so that shouldn't happen. Curve's a little high. I'd like to get a little bit lower on the curve. Okay, Chandler and Shatterskull. Both are really good, but I think I'm going to take the Shatter Skull. Kind of a big red deck here. Don't know if I'm going to be playing Captivating Crew and Frenzy rolled. Okay, we're going to take Frenzy. I don't think we're going to play Frenzy. I also don't think we're a Drakuseth deck. Our average CMC is quite high. No. I don't think I like just no, but that's double block. I don't like the legendary spells. Play with Fire came. Okay, so we're like burn. So I'd like Dragon Rage Chandler if we can get it, would be nice. Chandra 4 would be really good. I don't think I've ever seen Mono Red be this open. And the cubes that I've done, even the ones I've been watching, Red's been heavily contested in a lot of these. Still have the option for blue. We saw a couple lands. Shield Breaker. I don't think we want looting. I'll take the Rock Veil just in case for a splash. Just take Inquisition here. Interesting to see. So green doesn't seem to be too heavily picked. Seems like people are fighting over blue cards. Weaponize the monsters is more for a sack. Holy hell. Okay, so this is going to be the pick, but hopefully one of these wheels. I'd also like the Hall of Oracles, but Seasoned Pyromancer is what we want for card advantage. There's also the Pyromancer, but we only have... Nah. Like, why are they all in a pack? Showdown of the Skalds. Jeez. Showdown. We have the Halana, but we don't have too many creatures. I think we try Halana. See if we could get some more Gruul lands. Or we just get Zerial, just make a bunch of blockers. There's Skewer. I think Zerial's better. Okay, bye Halana. Okay, Captivating Crew's not going to make the cut. I don't think we're on Frenzy either. Frenzy you usually want is the top end card of your curve. I'd like Dragon Rage Chandler or Pyromancer to come around. Probably Dragon Rage more. Ox of Agonis. And Smoldering Egg. Probably taking Ox. My concern is just not emptying my hand fast enough. It's probably a good problem to have though. Ox is better than Egg. My spells are cheap. We got a lot of 5s, that's the only thing. We might be off the Sky Ship. So Magma Quake's very good. Probably get the light up the stage. Also have the green mana as another green source. I think we're just getting light up here. I have a lot of ways to trigger it. Oh, Pyromancer, Lavamancer, Insult Injury. Don't love this one as much. It's between these two. I think just recurring damage is probably better. Play this on 1. We got a lot of cheap spells. Viashino deals 2. I think we do this. We take Kenra. Kenra just allowing us to get through blockers and stuff. If we had a little bit more to splash black, we would have done Judith. We saw some of the lands, we just haven't really picked up any. I think we're off flagship. Or I think I'd rather flagship than just because it's removal. Ferocidon, please. Okay, so instant sorceries, they both wield. We're at 13 versus 9. I think we're just on DRC here. Probably cutting Embereth. Low-key Bone Splitter is really good. We might be off Pyromancer too. Skewer or Battle Cry. Deals 3. Mana sink. That gets us more attackers. I think I just rather the recursive damage at this point. Dragon Age wield as well. I don't think we're a Dragon Egg deck. Have Magma Quake. Oh, and Viashino. We got both? Okay. Red is crazy open. We're gonna have to make some cuts. Don't think I want Lavamancer. I'm looking to be more aggressive. That's 13 lands. It's a real late Soul Herder. So one cool thing is they can tell you like suggestions how to build the deck. So if you click, I'm gonna build it myself, but so they're saying add, and then like remove Zerial, Goblin Dark Dwellers, Ox, Skyship, Devil's Play, Bone Splitter. I disagree with that. So that's what they kind of take in those ratings. So we're gonna cut a land because we're on 17 with the smashing. I need 4 cuts. I think we're off flagship here. I think we're off Chandra. If I do this, can I go down to 16 lands? I think we can. We'll give it a shot. 16. Our curve's really low. Last cut. I like Bone Splitter. I like this because it just keeps making bodies. It plays well against control. Might be Battle Cry. Honestly, might be Play with Fire. I like this because it just makes any of our dorks like more formidable. So Unholy Heats for Delirium, we can get lands, planeswalkers. This is an enchantment. I think we just trim the Play with Fire. Chandra's good, just recursive threats. Yeah, let's try just getting rid of that. Alright, mono red. Let's change our lands. We'll jump into this. Let's add the best mountain there is. Let's play some games. So let me know if you disagree with any of my inclusions, exclusions, stuff like that. I like this is kind of the deck I would like to play, generally speaking. You saw like with that first turn, we could have gone into Shark Typhoon, been more aggressive, but we kind of saw that the table was really undervaluing red. The fact we had so many cards to cut. If we could have splashed these, probably would have been worth it. We go first, but I'm actually going to mulligan this hand. It doesn't do a lot. This hand's much better. So that other hand, if we look at it, it was just really heavy. We had the 1-drop, but it didn't really do much. I'm going to hold the bolt, I think. I don't know how creature heavy they are. Probably should have played this out. Them just going, like if they're on, this deals 2 damage to any target. So you can't block. I think we just pay 3 here. So with Bastion out, I need to decide what I want to do here. I think we just need to start going face. It's actually kind of annoying. Hey, I'll take Toralf's. So they could do some trades here, but this means my battle cry survives. Getting some life back, but we got burn to get rid of creatures. 4 color. An interesting block. If you're gonna block the bigger one, I'd say. So the question here, I think we just do this, to be honest. It just gets them closer to dead. We also have 4 more copies of Lightning Bolt in our deck now. Celebrant's also annoying. Okay, so could just try to go face. They didn't sack. I can kick this. Let me see how they block here. It's 3. To be honest, I'm just going to do this again, I think. The more burn I could save, the better. I do have to be mindful because I'm taking 2 drains per. May want to go back up a land. So we'll do this. The flexibility, like we're a couple lines away from the kicker, well, quite a few, 7 for the kicker. We only had another land. It's a good draw, so land's good. Opponent's deck's probably a little aggressive mana base wise. So they can't equip this turn. Drain me for 1. Let him know we had it on upkeep. So, just being patient there. Like, we just used our mana. They were going to let blocks come through. They missed the turn with the Tainted Adversary. They could have been up 1 card and we would have been down a creature. But nice start. Bastion's a Bastion of Remembrance is probably pack 1, pick 1. Same with Yogg. Just the life swings. You can get really grindy. Fairly certain Meathook Massacre is also in this cube. But opponent went kind of aristocrat-like. Opponent goes first, 3 lands. I think we keep this. Like, we only need 2 lands. If we don't draw lands, the likelihood is we're going to draw things cheaper than this. There's only 2 cards, 3 cards that we wouldn't be able to cast. So I think we keep this. Not like super aggressively slanted, but pretty decent, all things considered. Don't care about this right now, but if it is a weenie deck, they're not going to play anything there. Let's see if they have a counter here. That was a nice draw. Just something to do on 2. We weren't going to Devil's Play for 1. I don't think I'm interested in that trade. Like, the fact they get things back after. You know, I actually don't think I mind this, though. Because if they want to trade here, it's clean. I just want to keep the board clean, really. Okay, so they let the damage go through, that's good. Thassa doesn't do too much here while they can tap something down. DRC's nice. See what they play out here. Lets me decide which of these I want to play out. Trying to race. Okay, so if they're going to do the tap, then we're going to go Siege Gang here. So I'm doing this. They could have had counters up. And I didn't want to spend my whole turn. This makes it harder for them with Thassa to tap down. Also, next turn I could just use mana with the Battle Cry. Pump up all these goblins. This plays really nice with the Siege Gang. Mind Flayer. Ooh, Mind Flayer Blink. So they can Mind Flayer again if they... Okay, so they did that wrong. If they bounced the Siege Gang, they would have gotten it back. So exert. This is all out attack. We do this here. This gets me back my Siege Gang, so that they blink the Siege Gang and then I killed this, because this is a new instance of Under the Control, they would have been able to keep my Siege Gang and they would have had 3 blockers. Even if they have like Doomscar here, it's not the end of the world because I have this. That gains them some life. Not terribly worried, because all these goblins will get pumped now. Cool. Good shit. Good games. Get him, got him, good gobaloos. That's why I kind of like even with the opponent, I think the line they should have done, their deck is trying to go long, like, they're more of a value deck, so it would have made sense for them to kind of just do that trade early. We offered it with the Battlecry gut. Try this. I'm willing to keep this because Kenra afterwards, if it dies, still has utility. And going Kenra into Rampaging is nice. We also have Lightning Strike for some early removal. This is good. Good early threat. Late game can also just get blockers out of the way. Looks like some sort of ramp pile. Okay, so now we're flooding. 6 lions is more than we'd ever want to see. Menace will be nice. Okay. I think I'm willing to trade here if they want. Like, this will get bigger. Elspeth's Nightmare. Just go face here. This is gonna tax me anyways, so I'm gonna hold off on playing lands here because of light up the stage. Could have had another haster, but I want to be mana efficient. Okay, so we got Glory Banger for next turn. We'll hold this Unholy Heat. Opponent knows we dead, so knowing that they had this, I'm surprised they didn't choose to get rid of the Kenra over the Soulscar Mage. Because this gives me value out of the graveyard. This will exile my graveyard. I love like Zariel, Dark Dwellers maybe. Gonna get this out of the way now. Hit for 6 next turn. Season's a really, really good follow-up, but we bang first. So they exile here. So they need to answer my board. I can haste out Kenra. Glorybringer could deal 4. So that shrinks this, so then that trades in combat, and then I have the 3 damage here. And that should be GG. If they have removal for Glorybringer, I still Royal Eruption to their face. Bye, friend! Someone gave us Glorybringer pick 7. Glorybringer is the first card you pick when it comes up. Alright, 3-0. 3-0. My friend was playing in the set champion. He's 6-2 right now, so win or lose, it's gonna decide whether he wins a full set of Kamigawa. Gutter Bones. That was a great draw. Can go Annex. Ooh, Gifted Aetherborn. Hello. Hello. I think I want you dead. Yeah, we probably want you dead. Not terrible. DRC and Annex can also just equip here. But we're probably gonna go DRC, Annex. This gives us some creatures anyways. Follow all that up with an Ox, refill my hand. Seems good. Okay, so with Rider, take 2. Am I willing to trade for Gutter Bones? Probably. I guess I could have traded with the Aetherborn. Oh shit, are you kidding me? What a card. Well, so the card you don't want to see as mono red is a 1 Phyrexian Obliterator. They have removal. Don't think we're winning this one, friendos. Or maybe not. You're a Satyr, you're a Jackal Warrior, so I can do this for 6. If I do that for 3, I have 7 mana. 4. Okay, I can give this haste too. Let's see what they do here. So I think we do three here. I'm short of mana. That trades. Gotta sack 6 things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're not in a terrible spot. I have Zariel to come back. I can escape Ox. Do I just get this off the battlefield? Probably. Because the damage would let them bring that back. No! Sorcery, creature, land. So what do I want to leave? More likely to have a creature in the graveyard, so get rid of DRC. Yeah, it's actually pretty solid. So I could Stormseeker this, give it haste. I like that. They take the damage. Are we gonna beat an Obliterator on mono red after sacking 6 permanents? Demonic Tutor. Alright. Well, any card in their deck. We have a Devil's Play for 2. We have a Kenra to get rid of a blocker. We have Soulscar with haste and a Lightning Strike. Got him! Holy! Obliterator! The worst card you can see as mono red, and we got through it. Alright, so we're 1 game away from breaking even. 4-0. Mono red, too strong. Hey, my friend got 7 wins. Nice. If opponents on creatures, we're in a good spot. Even if not, to the face is the place. We'll wait till they like declare attackers in case they have another haste thing. Drawing Dark Dwellers. Nah. In case they have something better on 3. Phoenix of Ashes. We'll upgrade this. Maybe we should have taken out Phoenix, but Phoenix is 3 cards to escape. We're gonna keep the Stormseeker. Instant sorcery in the grave right now. Torolf. Torolf needs to die. Kenra in the yard's good. I want to get another line for this Dark Dweller. So they can escape Phoenix back. And then we're racing. But like land lets me kill the Phoenix. And we're in a good spot. Perfect. think this is the line. And I'm gonna use... I want to keep the sorcery in the graveyard, so we'll just use Lightning Bolt here. And Holy Heat's good, so we'll keep that. Hopefully run him out of resources. 4 toughness will probably be significant. I don't know what necessarily they're splashing the black for. Could be like Judith or something. This line's basically free to... It's a mountain that on the off chance you can also just have black mana. We have Devil's Play in the yard, we have Kenra. Next turn I Stormseeker with haste. And I have an Unholy Heat backup. This does... Okay. They spent 2 cards to kill my 1 creature that also got free value. So any creatures live. Okay, well. Both sides are running fairly. I think I want to keep this in the yard for now, so we'll just hold off. Grim Initiate. I think we're gonna do this. It lets him escape the Phoenix again, but then I have the Lightning Strike, so I don't care about that. So they'll get an escape for Phoenix, but that's pretty much their whole turn. They don't have enough to pump it, which is good. And then Lightning Strike to the face lethal. I could have pumped, but they could have had removal. Mono red! Taking down the Rakdos. That game was just patience. Just because your burn can go face, the way our hand was situated, we were the control deck, and then we just kind of pivoted. Goblin Dark Dweller showing the value there. Phoenix is actually very good. If we could have drafted a Phoenix, would have been great for our deck. A lot of cheap ways. We do have Ox, so it's kind of a different angle. Ox allows us to grind more. Phoenix is more of an aggressively slanted card. We're going to keep this. We're going to go this tapped on 1 into Kenra on 2. No. Fading Hope? Okay. It's a tempo play. Okay, so that needs to die immediately. Our first control gamer. Tap out so I can drop this down and then just laugh hysterically. It's likely counter spells, so I'd rather see if we could sneak it in under counters. If they're playing Baral, they're likely going to have some density counter spells. Probably going to bait with Siege Gang. Oh no, now we're... Ooh. Yeah, we're probably going to get Zariel. Because Zariel makes all my other things come in with haste. They drop Banefire. What's your ultimate do? You get an emblem at the beginning of your first combat step. Untap target creatures you control. You get an additional combat.
Get in formation.
See what they do here. If my Siege Gang resolves, we're going to give him haste. Because it's just a lot of damage output. Or... I want to empty my hand for the socks.
Spill their blood.
Waiting for the goblin to come out. They could settle, but if they settle, we get value anyways. They could also burb, hit Zariel. Ah, that's annoying. So they got that off the key. They season Pyromancer here. They will be able to take out Zariel. We were in a good spot. Another land lets me with Siege Gang give it haste. They draw a bunch of cards. They probably just take Zariel off. Coil. Land. Land. Land one time. Yep. Whole lot of damage coming through. Coil on... That's actually an interesting decision. Which do you coil? Because the Exile's relevant because it's just an extra body. But just the mana sink in. We didn't have the goblins though, so they weren't expecting it, so it's probably the right decision on their part. They did somewhat stabilize. The time wipe did help them get Zariel off. But I think having 7 mana that turn and then their only play was play Brazen Borer wasn't great. Let's try it. I'm going to hold the smashing for this particular game. If we get a little land heavy, oh, that's a you die. You die very fast. If this is mill, we have Ox, which is nice. Would have liked a threat that turn. Jeez. We need something. Yeah, not the hand to keep against control. like especially mill. Would have liked either of those actually quite a bit. Play out our spells. We'll light up here. Dig this a bit deeper. CZ Boy and Ox. Not great. Obviously want both of those in our graveyard, but so I'm gonna shock in. Ooh, Kenner in the yard's good. Shock in, play the Bone Splitter, cast Ox. Alright, 18 cards. We do have Devil's Play in the yard, as well as this Earthshaker. We could also kick a Royal Eruption for 5. Okay, so this doesn't draw cards, which is nice. Actually, Tauros would have been really good just putting bolts in. So they might have a Demon Scar or a Doom Scar. They shock in. That's very interesting. Show me settle. Sure. So do this.
I will not fail. Fight for Avernus, you
Do this. Now I have lethal a couple ways. So that's 6 cards that I'm gonna mill. 2 from that, 1 from their draw step. So I'm at 6 cards, so they need a way to draw 3 cards for the turn. Even in this format. Okay, they need 1 more card draw. Will they find it? Ah! So annoying. Freaking mill. Should have a pretty good mill matchup, but just crab on 1 we had the answer, but turn 3 them having that, and then just us not really having a board presence. It's funny, I'm 14-3 beyond this, and then 20-4, and 2 of my 4 losses have been against mill. Yeah, Alvarins was kind of what did it. If they didn't have Alvarins, I think we're okay. Or even if we just had 1 more card. In retrospect, we... Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. Because if we escaped there, or not escaped, embalmed the Haster, they had Valorous Stance. Valorous Stance then takes out one of the 4. We still deal the same damage, which we did. Then we don't have Zerial up. Sounds good. One, two, three. That's great draw. See what they play out here. Could be another aggressively slanted deck. Yeah. Don't think we want the other mountain. Also, putting a land into the graveyard is good for DRC. This, discarding this, creates us a token while we would take some damage. Coil me, bro. I don't think I want to discard just yet, because a Braid's good. And I kind of want to go the card advantage route. Opponent still has 6 cards in hand. Fortunately, Judith will kill my Dragon Rage Chandler here. Go get us some lightning bolts. Five copies of lightning bolt in our deck. Ooh, Mardu. Mardudu. Dollhouse. Wish I had my braid back. I'm gonna Pyromancer, so that's why I just want this dead. Do this before we draw. Fairly high likelihood we find a bolt, which we do. And then we also have Ox, which is great as a follow-up. So they could Dollhouse something back. Peasy. They'll get a 1/1. Ox will draw some more cards. Oh shit. I'm gonna hang on to this. They Dollhouse back Judith. I'd rather have the Exert then. I'd rather get Judith off than this. Okay. Well, now we kind of feel silly not exerting, but can't do much there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, we have Lightning Bolt in our deck. And we've drawn Lightning Bolt. You see what they do here? If they double block. You need mana for that, friend. I think... honestly, at this point, we just hold this. See what they do. I have Burn to just take them out. Chandra also flashes back. I don't think there's a wrong way to finish this game out. You got it. Oh, they power each other up. That's cool. Jadar Judith is actually pretty solid. Okay, we're gonna go face. Should we style on them? I want to cast so many lightning bolts. Easy, easy. 7-1. 7-1. So, a turn off from the clean 7-0. Nice. So, deck was an absolute beast. I'm going to wrap this up. As always, if you do enjoy the content, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. If you're enjoying Cube, let me know. If you'd like to see other type of content as well, do let me know. But while Cube's up, probably going to be jamming a couple more of these. I really enjoy it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great one, and stay safe out there.